Comment allez-vous?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing good. I am here. I am still recovering, but I'm not gonna let it bring me down. I'm not gonna let it break me down. Ain't never gonna blow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. So
So,
nothing
y'all,
like
he's going to be recording that next week in the studio. So,
no.
no, no,
No. How are you? How was your weekend?
good. What weekend?
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's honestly it's just been so busy. So as most of our listeners and viewers know, I work for a school district, so we're gearing up for back to school. The teachers are back, all the craziness is beginning, and my job entails catering to all of that. So I do a lot of event planning. I plan breakfast like every single day. And it's not just like here's like a donut. It's we go all out. So like on the menu for tomorrow, we've got tamales and eggs and beans, and then we've got a whole cereal bar and the fruit bar. Like so, it's just it's very
Wow.
extravagant. I know they eat very well, and so so on top of
So
all of that, it's
so
just crazy.
so the kids they get like jam sandwiches and the teachers eat like gourmet food.
Well, we don't feed the teachers every single morning, right? So we have our allocated budget, right? And
Mhm.
then of course we kind of mix it up. So you've got your budget monies, which is what the district gives you, and then you have your student activity, which is any kind of campus fundraiser that we do. It kind of goes so we like to share treat our teachers nice when we
Okay,
can,
no,
right? And
no,
then
no, no.
of course
Teachers
we don't
deserve
get
it.
to do it all the time, right? So
No, no, no. Teachers deserve it. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just wondering. What do the kids get? You know. But it's not. It's not really not that. To be honest with you, for me, the kids and the teachers deserve more. You know. The school drive. Uh, uh, that I was trying to get everybody to go to there
Mhm.
in San Antonio. That's a real deal. You know, Teachers need help, students need help. And the amount of money that the very little money amount of money that we spend, it's not enough, and it's unfortunate because we want to spend money on frivolous things, statues and monuments, but yet we don't want to spend any money on teachers' salaries
True.
or students or even here in
And
St.
I'm going to
Anselm.
go a step further because it's not just teachers. I think that there's a big old misconception that teachers make the world go round, and they do. They play a huge part. But you've got your cafeteria staff, you've got
Oh
your
no, no.
custodians, you've got your paraprofessionals, your secretaries, and so many times, and I've seen it happen. In fact, just today, but we won't get into that. But the focus when it comes to school is always teachers and students, and great, that's great, I'm all for it too, but there's so many other groups that oftentimes they just kind of get forgotten about. And so I think it's important that when we talk about teachers and students and schools that we talk about all the many moving parts that go along with that, because quite frankly, without the bus drivers, kids aren't getting to school. Without the
Crosswalk.
cafeteria women workers, you're not going to have breakfast or lunch or the afternoon snack, because we feed our kids after school too. I mean, we do a lot for our kids. Without our crossing guards, they're
Yeah.
not going to walk across the street very safely. Without our security, I mean, oh my god, we are very blessed. We have a very great district that fully believes in security and being safe, right? So we've got, police officers, we've got guardians, we've got security guards. So they're so important to what we do on a daily basis. And so I think that it's important that we recognize everybody within the school system, because everybody is important, right? So without one group, the other can't function, and it's like this well-oiled machine. But I just kind of feel like it's important to shed light on, our custodians. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine having to pick up after everybody, not just the kids, but the adults?
Oh yeah. Most
So I
definitely.
mean, it's just a well-oiled machine, and I just think it's a shout out to everybody in the school
It's
system
it's the
because they
school.
work
I
hard.
mean, but it's the school district. It's you know, when you vote for one, you vote for them all. You vote for a school. You vote for a school bond. You're voting for all of them, not just for teachers.
True.
It's
True.
it's 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 to cover all of it. Here in San Angelo, we're closing down 10 schools. It's 10 schools
Wow.
because of the budget. 10 schools, and they're like, well, you know, we've got so many. Well, you know, these kids, they don't all live in the same. They live in the same district, so now they're going to be separated. They're going to be sent to different schools, and now the classrooms are going to expand, so they're not
Mm.
going to have the same amount of attention. And then you've got travel time because now they're traveling further than they would be because of the fact that they're not in the same district. So now they're you're talking about distance, you're talking about a new school, trying to make new friends, you know, all this other stuff, and then we didn't raise the budget. Budget's still the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough. It's tough for kids, you know. But we did approve a new monument.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that?
And no, I know. And then let's add some cream onto that, right? In about 10 to 20 years, you're gonna vote to pay for that sucker to get removed.
Well,
Right?
wrong kind of monument. But hello, Bobby Castaneda. He says, hello, Hilda and Indio. How are you doing? It's Tejano
Hey,
time from Shout Out from
Bobby.
DFW. He says, it's Tejano time. What time is it?
It's Tejano time.
I still can't get rid of this cough.
It's okay. It's going to happen. I'll continue. Vivian Chavez. True to that, Hilda. Thank you, Vivian. Yeah, it's important to recognize everybody in all
Oh, yeah,
establishments, not just the schools, but everywhere, because there's so many different little parts to it, right? Let's
definitely.
see.
Hey there, Lawrence and Hilda, Bobby. Let's see. Julianne says, hola, mi gente bonita. How are you doing, Julianne?
Hi, Julianne.
What is it? What's your logo? Tú me lo pides, yo te lo pongo. Yeah, that's the show. She's got her shows. Her show's been jamming for a good while, man. You need to watch it. She's very energetic. Always playing, always dancing. I can't do that dancing,
Aw.
man. She's just like dancing all the time. And then Norma Salazar, how are you doing, Norma? The beautiful Norma joining us.
Hey, Miss
Hello,
Norma.
Julianne. And you know what? Chente is trying to log on. He's having some issues. He texted me earlier, and let me see what he says here. But he was having some issues, so hopefully he'll get on here pretty quick. And I told him, I said, "Hey, just make an effort, brother. Get on here real quick." So we hopefully will get him on here pretty quick.
All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's we've got a lot of stuff coming on. You know, school's opening up. You know, kids are going back to
Yes.
school. And you know, seasons change. You know, seasons are changing. We've got the Pura Vida Awards that are coming up.
Yes. I'm
The
excited for those.
yeah, the nominations, the nominees dance is coming up this Saturday, and also so is the following. That's this Saturday. The following week is when the awards go on.
Friday night, I believe.
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things that we're talking about, I'll get some more information. I can go ahead and share it now. But Chente, he's on his birthday. He's having this here coming up this Memorial Day weekend. He's having the Tejano Superfest to celebrate 25
Wow.
years, his anniversary. Chente, look at all the people that he's got on there: David Ligarza, Jay Perez, Gary Hobbs, Elida, Marcos Orozco, Ram, Roberto Pulido, Jaime Dianda, David Farillas, Ricky Naranjo, Ruben Ramos, La 45, Desperados, Raulito Navaira, Los Garcia Brothers, Mike and the Iconics, Eddie Garcia, Oscar G, Pio Trevino, Destiny, Enrico, Hugo Guerrero, los Conjunto Cats, Lazario Pérez y su conjunto Johnny Martinez, Eldorado Band, Leo y Tentacion, Willie the Kid Cantu. I remember him. I interviewed him there at the media gala. And Starlight, he's such a funny guy. That guy's very entertaining. August the 30th through the 31st and September 1st, they're at Cattleman Square in San Antonio.
Wow. It would have been easier to just name everybody who's not going to be there.
Me. No, just
Actually, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be in Rockport that weekend.
Yeah, I'm actually
Are
I'm
you with
I'm
me in Rockport that weekend? I thought you were
I
with
I
me in Rockport.
I think I'm with you on that on that
I
weekend
think.
there.
I
Yes.
love it.
I have to go back and look at the schedule real quick. He's also part of this Tejanos in Paradise. That's the cruise. Johnny Martinez is part of this cruise. He's been kind of since the very beginning, and he's been so part of it for so long that
Mhm.
I pretty much say that it's his. It's not really his. He's just kind of in charge of all of the artists and stuff like that. But look at the there from the 5th to the 12th in January coming. They got Ruben Ramos,
Dang.
Eric Masore, Hugo Guerrero, Chente Barrera, Oscar G, Rick Fuentes, J.R. Gomez, Johnny Martinez, of course, Angélica y Moneda, La 45, the Roundhouse Conjunto, and Dimi Garcia, los Palacio brothers. I mean, that's a lot. And one of the things
Yeah.
that he tells me is that he assures me they do not go around the they do not interrupt the schedule. So all of the events that the cruise has, like
Hmm.
all the port of entries and everything else, they don't interrupt that. They build their schedule around that. So
Oh
you're
wow.
not going to miss any of the extra events, not even the karaoke events, because they have like a karaoke bar and a ball and stuff like that. You can still be part of all of that. So that's pretty cool.
Wow. That is cool.
There's here's Jennifer Lynn. Jennifer Lynn sent me a song, and she's got a really, really good song that she sent me here not too long ago. And I've been trying to coordinate and try to get her on the show. She's a new singer, saxophone player, as a matter of fact. But man,
Awesome.
talk about some good, I mean, classic Tejano music, very well structured, good vocals. And I can't wait to get her on the show. But
That's
yeah, Jennifer, how are you doing,
exciting.
Jennifer? Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. I look
But
forward to listening to your music, Jennifer.
yeah, it's really really cool. And you've got a lot of stuff on your plate as well.
Yes, don't remind me. Actually,
Uh,
it continues. So, of course, tonight, every Monday I do the show here with you. But then tomorrow night, I'm super honored. I don't even think I put this up on my schedule yet. But I was asked to do the national anthem for our
mhm.
Border Patrol. It's their, gosh, I can't, it escapes me. Anyway, the Border Patrol is having a graduation for their, it's not their cadets, it's like their students, right? Explorers. There you go. That's what they're
Yeah.
called. Their Explorer program. And so I'll be doing the national anthem for them tomorrow night at 7. And then I get to hightail it on up the road to Far for their national night out, which I'm super stoked for. So I'm actually performing a full set for them. And then it just continues on and on and on. I like my schedule. I'm truly blessed, and I'm very, very thankful for all of these wonderful opportunities. And there's some great things in the works, guys. Oh, I wish I could tell you guys all about them, but I can't. But I
Well,
got a country single coming out. I've got a
mhm.
blues single dropping, and I've got a new cumbia dropping. And then finally, some magic is happening, and I'm going to get to work with a special somebody. But that's all I can say right now.
Oh, all that we can share,
Yes, all
all
I
that we
can
can
share
share.
right now.
And that night out, by the way, is just giving people in the community an opportunity to be, just to interact with the border patrol and to see that
With law
they're
enforcement, yeah,
law
it's
enforcement, that
law
they're just
enforcement,
people.
kids,
Yeah,
families.
they're people. They're people also. Sometimes we build these walls, these invisible walls,
Mm,
and create an us and them, and they're just people too. They're doing their job. A lot of them, they don't, situations are out of their hands, and so this is kind of a community builder, so that way people
yes.
can see that for themselves. So just so you know, Kelly Delgado, how are you doing?
Hi,
Awesome.
Miss Kelly.
Kelly, tell us about your show, girlfriend. She's got a good show that she's been doing, and I've been
Really?
following her. Yeah, they it's a radio show, music, the whole nine yards. She's involved. So
Wow.
yeah, Serious Tejano is what it is, and so I'm so happy that somebody else is
I
gotten
will
into the
do that,
fray.
Kelly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. The more the merrier, right?
Definitely, yeah. No, we need people to come on up and be part of it. I don't see anybody as a competitor necessarily. We're all part of the same the
We're
same
all in this
fabric.
together at the end
Yeah.
of the day. Like, I know there's so many award shows and competitions and this and that or whatever, but at the end of the day, we all serve the same purpose, right?
Did you see this past Thursday's show?
I did not.
Oh well, we had what's his name from Pura Vida Awards?
Anthony?
Danny, no,
Danny, okay.
Danny Farias, and the fellas from Puro Pedo talk show came on, and
Oh, that's
we have a friendly rivalry as always. And so I said, I mentioned that they were nominated for the same category that I'm nominated for, and I said, just don't vote for them, vote for me. It's just, and Danny's like, wait a minute here. I was like, dude, the voting was over last night. What does it matter?
it does not matter.
It does not. Voting was already over, so what did it matter? So it was just kind of. I was just being facetious. It really doesn't matter. You know me.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
at the end of the day, I mean, somebody's going to win and somebody has to lose, right? Because
Yeah,
everybody can't win.
and I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't do this for awards. And I honestly, I didn't even know that I was nominated until it was brought to my attention. So
Yeah.
I
But
was
it's
just
always
like,
nice. It's always nice to get the recognition.
oh no, no, please don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't appreciate it. I do. It's actually I'm a little flabbergasted by it because I didn't expect it. But it's not something that I look for. Not something
Yeah.
that I
No, I
work for.
totally get it. I
Yeah.
totally get it.
So
It's
and
just
that's
like when we release music, it's just kind of like, it's just something that we love to do and we do
mhm,
it. And if we get accolades for it, great. And if we don't, great too.
yeah.
Right. At
Mhm,
the end of the
yeah.
day, it's all about the music.
My mom likes my show, so that's good for me. Hilda, send us your music to SeriousTejano@gmail.com. I can't wait to hear your stuff. Hey, Kelly, tell us
Yes.
where what is the Serious Tejano? Is it SeriousTejano.com, or how can we listen to your show so that way we can share that? Vivian Chavez says, "Hola, Indio and Hilda. How are you doing, Vivian? Thank you so very much for joining us. I really do appreciate you." Kelly says, "Oh, thank you, Lawrence." No, I thank you for joining the fray. I enjoy it. I enjoy
Yes.
your show, and you guys they go live. She has a little camera and everything else. So that's really cool.
Dang. I can't wait to
Yeah,
check it out.
yeah. Alfredo Rios, how are you doing? The Lone Meskin is joining us. Hello,
Oh, hi,
Lawrence and India.
Alfredo.
Yes, how are you doing, brother? Yeah. Let's see here. Norma says yes, he did. Ilda Garcia, and it was funny.
I'm going to have to go back and watch it now. But I'm so behind on everything, guys.
I was just joking around by that. Yes,
That
you
is
are
hilarious.
recognized. Thank you, Vivian. I appreciate that. But no, I mean, I'm just some guy from Vancourt.
No,
That's
hombre,
it.
stop that. Stop it.
Norma says they are all winners. Yes. Well, you know
They
what?
are all winners.
Y'all guys are the winners, man. We like your show, Lawrence. Thank you so very much, Alfredo. I like you guys too, man. I really do. I love you guys interacting with me and sharing with me. And if those of y'all that have met me in the community out and about, you know that I'm really this guy. I really do laugh. Somebody told me at the radio gala, they were like, "Dude, you really do laugh like that." And I was like, "Holy crap!
How are you supposed to laugh?
I was like,
Oh,
what was that? How was I supposed to laugh? Do people fake their laughs or something?
no. That's hilarious.
I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Just okay. No, hombre. Yeah, that's true. That's the truth. I'm just a guy.
That's nice.
But yeah, no. I'll be there. I have a music video shoot that I'm going to be doing in San Antonio this weekend, and
Ooh, do we get to know whose video you're shooting?
it's for my friend Rick. It's a very kind of an emotional song. It is a project that we've been working on for quite some time, and we've been working on it bit by bit, and I have a very close relationship with Rick. Rick is a very good friend of mine, and we've just we're gonna kind of try to finish it up this weekend.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm really excited for it. But it's kind of nerve wracking because I mean, it's like when I work with you. It's you're important to me, and so everything means a lot. If that makes sense, it's not
Hmm.
it's not that anything else means lesser. It's just that it has much more weight to it. Does that
Yeah,
make sense? Yeah. So there it is.
I get you.
Kelly says, yes, they can download Live 365 from the App Store or play the store and then search Sirius Tejano, or they can listen to www.siriustejano.com as well. We do have all social networking platforms. There you go.
Awesome. Y'all go check it out, SiriusTejano.com. And then
And
download the app.
download the
Yeah.
app and then also request music and then tell them that Qvo Radio is fun too. No, just kidding.
No, but you could totally request my music and just be like, hey, if you want to hear some Hilda Lamas, like
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
so cool.
They play Hilda's Christmas songs on Qvo Radio
All year long, y'all.
all
All
year
year long.
long. Yes, we
It's
do.
always Christmas here.
That's well, yeah. It's Lawrence, you're a winner always because you have a great plan. No, I'm just
Aw.
I love watching you guys and learning. Oh, thank you so very much, and you're welcome to come on anytime. You come on the show and we can talk.
Yes. So learn what not to do from me. Like
Just
it's real simple.
learn from not to do from me. It's just like that guy. He does his laugh is so annoying. Just kidding.
Well, no, it was funny because I forget where it was. I think it was at the Internet Radio Gala a few months ago. Somebody actually said, wow, you really are this loud in person. And I'm like, yes, I'm loud. I'm loud and I'm funny. And I mean, at least in my own mind, I think I'm funny, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's all that counts if I make myself laugh, right?
I'm going to be taking my full setup over there to the Pura Vida Awards. So I will be doing some interviews.
Awesome.
They've actually asked me to do to do my setup close to the purple. They have the purple carpet, not the red carpet. They have the
Mm-hmm.
purple carpet. And so I'll be there to kind of pull some artists off and do some interviews there as well. So,
Cool.
uh,
Well, I will
I,
see you there because I will be there.
of course you will.
I'm super
You'll
excited.
be singing the national anthem, and
Yes, with music, y'all. Like with music. Like normally I do it like with no music. And I don't know if I was supposed to say that right, but yeah, so I'm doing it with music and it's a little nerve-wracking because when you do it a cappella, you just kind of like go for it.
you can take
Right? You
that
just do
breath.
your own thing.
You can
Like you
take.
can yes, you can breathe where you want to breathe.
Okay, hold
And
on. And rocket.
and you go at your own pace, right? You go at your own pace. And then you can pick your key, right? So, like, let's say I have a bad vocal night. I'm just like, let's drop that sucker. No, guys, y'all, the pressure is on because now it's like, okay, here's your key. There is no deviating from the key. You're going to have to breathe at all the pre-designated breathing spots, right? There's no holding notes or cutting them off short because the music is not going to wait for you.
Nope,
It's just not. It's
tick,
not.
tick, tick,
It's just
tick.
not going to happen.
That metronome is going. It's going.
Yes.
And
So I
and
better be ready.
and by the key, for those of y'all that aren't musically inclined, what she's meaning by the key is there's the keys that, so if it's in the key of C, you got to sing it in the C, but if it's in the A, you got to sing it in the A. So
Yeah. And so
that's
and then let's not forget all the important people that will be sitting out there in that audience as I sing the national anthem. So you're guaranteed that if I
oh,
screw it up,
so she's gonna be
uh-huh,
sing.
it's gonna be everywhere. Like no one's gonna let you live that down. No one.
They know I can sing that song better
Like,
than her. Why are they
I
asking her?
mean, like no, but yeah, so you're gonna get that because I do that sometimes too. Like I'm not gonna lie, I say it in my head. I'm like, dang, that girl messed up those words. Like what? So
What?
I mean,
What do you mean the blueberry bonnet and the sleighs? What?
yeah, I'm just like, wait, like, okay, so okay, I'm not gonna tell you who this was. I'm not, but
Was it a country singer at
no, it was not a
baseball
country
game?
singer.
At a
No,
baseball
no.
game?
I'm going to, it's even funnier, okay? But that's why I'm not going to say any names. So that said country singer, right? She had just done her botched job of the national anthem, and I was so appalled by it. But anyway, that's a whole nother talk show. But there was an artist who went on to their Facebook, and guys, y'all need to be wary of this. Be careful when you start talking trash, because they're over there going to town talking trash about this poor girl who just, had some issue, right? She had some issue. Yeah, I know she was drunk, but that
She
was
was
her issue.
inebriated.
She's got some personal battles, right? So this other artist starts bashing her. This said artist had to sing the national anthem like a week later.
Oh no.
And it was televised, and it's still out there on the outer net for the world to see. And no joke, I was thinking in my head, this is exactly what happens when you talk mess. Because the same artist that was talking mess forgot her lyrics during the performance. I kid you not, I could not have written that better in a storybook. But
And
it's
the
a
chocolate
lesson.
curbs and waves.
Pretty much, yeah, right? So, and I mean, kudos to her because she did continue like going on, right? Like she got through the song. But that's one of those songs you can't make up the lyrics to. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't.
People hear it all the time. And especially now during the Olympics, it's like a little hard because the Olympics, they play it all the time. So
yes. And so anyways, it's just a lesson for everybody out there. Like, I know it's real easy to like start nitpicking at people and being shady about it, but karma will come back and bite you in the you know what, right? So it's a good lesson. All of us just need to be a little bit more supportive, a little more understanding, and show a little bit of grace because you never know when it's going to be you in that hot seat. That's all I got to say about that.
Yep. I don't know who that karma lady is, but I'm going to find her in Al Qaeda and we're going to put them both in prison. That's who we are. No, just kidding.
Yes.
Well, that sucks. And then
it does suck.
Tejano Time says, hey, what's this Tejano Connects that I keep hearing about? Well, let me go ahead and let you know about that Tejano Connects. Holy smokes. What it is actually, Buddy, a good friend of mine, and myself, we've gotten together and we just recently launched here during Las Vegas. We launched a new website and it is going to be a portal for all the fans, Tejano fans, that they can go and get their information for their artists. And what that is we're going to centralize all the information because some artists, they're more prone to Instagram, and some are more prone to Facebook. Some are more prone to TikTok. Well, what we're doing was centralizing all of it. So that way you can get a hold of them in one location instead of going through all these different locations. You can just go to one central location and get the information that you need for booking information, to getting their information on how to buy their CDs and how to buy their merch. And, just all of this is centralized information, where they're going to be performing next, all this information that the artist is going to be making privy to their audience. And it's going to be free. So all they got to do is just go ahead and just sign up and get that information. The great thing is that we're going to be able to also do more things like give out, if you become a paid member, then there's more perks that go along with it. I don't want to give out too much because we're going to make it a bigger deal once we get that's what I've been testing for the past year with Qvo TV. That's what I've been doing. That's why we've been streaming to Roku TV to make sure that everything is on the up and up. We got on-demand video. It's not going to be video that you have to worry about. It's on-demand video. That's the wonderful thing. So we have so many things that we're going to be doing. You can. There are many services. People, they take it to heart. Of I'm assuming that you're talking about the national anthem. You're right. Yeah. So I already signed up. Alfredo Rios says yes. I saw you, and that's really, really good. That's awesome, and I really do appreciate it. And like I said, it's free. Go and sign up at TejanoConnects.com. We'll be start getting some information out there as well. Rev Ray, how are you doing, brother?
Rev Ray, my buddy.
Well, you know what? I just got the indicator that our main attraction, what I call like the most versatile, the most talented person that I know. I don't say that lightly.
You're talking about me, right?
I love you.
I had to. You left yourself wide open for that one.
I love you, but let's.
Hey, Norma loves me too. So Norma, I love you back.
You do have singing talent. You do have talent, and I'm not going to deny your talent. I'm not. But
But Lawrence, you left yourself wide open for that
George
one.
Salazar, how
Like
are you doing,
wide
brother?
open.
I know you did, but that's not what I mean. Okay, I'm just saying this guy
But
has.
what did you mean?
What I mean is this guy has. He's been on more albums than any other artist. If you've heard any of the great hits from like the late '90s to now, I guarantee you've heard him either play the drums, play the guitar, the keyboards, sing, back up. He's played. He's done so much. He's written music. He's just a phenom. And you know what? He's the most underrated person, musician all around, and just a great guy all around. I'm a champion for him because of the fact that he deserves more respect than what he gets. For me, that's me talking. I don't know if you feel the same way, but for me, I really do feel that way.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I will tell you right now. Let me go ahead and run the intro for the one and only, the main man himself, Mr. Chente Barrera. Here's the intro.
Yay!
Yeah, there he is.
Hey!
How you doing, brother?
That's cool.
Thank you so
Y'all
very
see
much,
me?
brother, man.
Y'all see me?
Yeah, we can see you, bro. Can
I
you
can
see me?
see you. Can you see me?
Yeah, actually, you want to see her. You don't want to see me because I'm just Lawrence.
Stop.
Right on.
Yeah, so anyway, brother, thank you very much, man. I'm sorry that you're on the road, man. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm on the road today, but it's all good. I told you I would join in here, so I just want to thank you, Indio. Hi, Hilda. How's everybody doing? And
I'm good. How are you?
send a shout out to everybody. And what can I say, man? We're excited about our big show, Labor Day weekend, and we're gonna be celebrating our 25th anniversary. I'm gonna be celebrating my birthday, and it's Labor Day, so all kinds of stuff going on, and we're just happy to be here. And we got a new CD out called the 25th anniversary. The single just dropped this past Friday. It's called Comencé a Extrañarte, so you guys be looking out for that. But once again, I want to just thank DJ NDO and Helda for having me on here for a little while here. That I'm trying to drive and do this at the same time. Can you believe I'm driving? No, I'm just playing.
Are you
Bro,
actually driving?
No,
don't
I'm
be
not driving.
driving, bro.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Oh
This
my
is an
God.
example
Try
of
this at
what
home.
not to do.
Just okay. I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you. I worked for the TV station for 11 years, and a friend of mine, he was a reporter, and he was doing the same thing he was doing. Oh my gosh, there's a fire and blah blah blah. He's driving. He did that, off of his phone, and the chief of the DPS is a good friend of mine, and he said he called me up. And he said, Lawrence, just so you know, sending and or receiving any electronic transmissions on your phone while you're driving is against the law in the state of Texas. It does not matter what you're doing. You cannot send and or receive transmissions actively while you're driving. So don't pull over. Don't drive.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, so I mean, I was tricking you earlier. I was saying I'm driving, don't try this at home. But no, yeah, man. So like I said, I just
So
wanted
you're
to
doing that
thank you
without a
guys for
net,
having me
right?
on here. Yes.
No, actually, we just finished talking about your show that you're going to have. That you're going to have there. And here, let me pull that flyer back up. That Tejano Superfest Labor Day Bash that you're having there. They're celebrating the
Tejano
25th
Superfest,
anniversary.
sir.
Yes, sir. And we went
Right.
over the different artists and everything else. One of the things that I can do that I know for a fact, for those of y'all that don't know right now, check it out. The Tejano Superfest tickets, you can go ahead and click on that QR code and it'll take you straight to where you can buy those tickets. So that way you can just have those, you can buy the tickets there. It's also at tejanosuperfest.com. You can go there and pick up the tickets there as well. But for those of those that are interested in buying the tickets, there's still tickets available. It's not too far away from y'all, so that you just go ahead and buy yourself some tickets and enjoy. It's a great show. A lot of people that are going to be there. 3-day event.
And for all the old schoolers that like to call and not mess with the online stuff and the web and whatnot, the hotline is 210-394-8252. That's 210-394-8252. And man, I'm just happy because in the beginning it was a little scary because the phone wasn't ringing that much, and then I guess after everybody came back from Las Vegas, man, it's like, okay, it's time to go to the Tejano Superfest. So the phone started ringing like a lot. So, but we want to thank all the people that have purchased tickets and invite all your friends. I mean, we're gonna have a blast for 3 days of Puro Tejano Conjunto, and like I said, you saw the poster. It's at tejano-superfest.com. Don't forget the dash because you won't get the website. It's tejano-superfest.com. So okay. Anyway, it's all good, man. And once again, for all the people that are online and that are all computer savvy, well, there's that's not me. I'm more old school, man. I like to talk to somebody. No.
Well, we talked about it. You know what? I interviewed Chente there in Vegas. We did a quick interview. We were talking about it and stuff. And he mentioned the Superfest, there at the show, and that's probably why people started picking it up. No, just kidding.
Are you trying to make commission off ticket sales or kid?
I'll try to get no, it's a great lineup. It's a great show that I'm sure lots of people are going to be looking forward to. Hey, Julian Gonzalez, JR, what's up, brother, man? Saludos. I got to back up Chente yesterday here in Houston, and had a good time jamming with him. Yeah, so that's awesome, man. Marcus Daniels. Hey, Marcus, how are you doing?
What?
Marcus, the man, I'll be there ready to party. Yes, sir. Hola, amigos.
Hey,
how are you doing,
Marcus.
man? Marcus, thank you so very much for joining us, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, no, it's a great lineup, and you know what? I hope that it goes well for you. I was also talking about the Tejanos in Paradise cruise that you're going to be part of.
Yes, that'll take place in January. I think it's the January the 5th or the 12th, something like that.
Yeah. I actually have that.
A whole lineup of great groups out there, and that's the fun part of it, man. We get to not just go on a cruise. We get to hang out with our buddies, and we get to make fun of each other, and see who can dive and who can't, who can do what do you call those
backflips and
off the diving board. One of the big splash things. But anyway.
Oh, a cannonball jump.
There you go. That's what I was going to say. A cannonball. Last time Raulito won the contest on that one.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
We have a story about Crown Royal that we have to keep real quiet, but it's our story.
Okay.
Gigi La Chicana Guerrero, how are you doing, girlfriend? Saludos desde Mission,
Gigi.
Texas. Hi, Hilda Indio. How are you doing, girlfriend? Right. He says hello there, and you know what? It's true. It's what I was saying about the cruise is that the schedule it doesn't alter the schedule that the cruise it does as well. So you don't miss your port of entries, when it docks. It works around the schedule, so you're not going to miss out on anything that's there. So it's all inclusive, right. But it works along with it. You're not missing out on anything. If you decide to go, it's really cool, and it's a big boat. I've been on a big ship, but it wasn't a cruise ship. It was actually a battleship, but they don't move. That's a big, 5,000 people on a boat. That's a lot of weight. It doesn't move, trust me. And I have friends that are like, dude, man, you used to jump out of planes. Let's go skydiving. I was like, I jumped out of planes because it was my job. I don't want to do it now. Are you kidding me? I like my feet on the ground right now, so I don't want to do it. But yeah, it's good that's there. So tell us about your new album, man. I actually bought it I bought your album Friday, I believe. You have a new
All right.
album that's out. Here, let me get.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can go if you.
we had pre-released it, of course, for the Vegas show. We wanted everybody in Vegas to have a preview of the 25th anniversary. So we decided to release it early, and so a lot of people got some copies, and then we had some people that got advanced copies as well at the stores and whatnot. So, but yeah, man, I mean, it was we hadn't recorded in quite some time, and I'm thinking it was more than 4 or 5 years that we hadn't recorded, and I just thought that you know what, it's time, man. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary. We need to do something with it. So we started recording in the studio. I wrote a few songs, and I brought back a couple of old tunes that I had written, especially some tunes that I had done with Jay Perez back in the day. And it's called the JP Conjunto Jam, 90s Conjunto Jam, because we did all this stuff. The stuff that I did with Jay was in the 90s.
Uh huh.
I was with Jay from 93 to 98. So in that span of time, I was able to write a lot of songs for Jay, and some of them became bona fide hits for Jay and his catalog. But I decided, more of the conjunto stuff that we had done that really never became a single or anything, but they were always fun to jam live and whatnot. So I said, you know what, I want to do something different, just because um, I want to record these songs again. So that was kind of cool. And then of course I did a couple of duets, one with Marcos Orozco and one with Ruben Ramos. So that's a big treat, for me, and I hope everybody likes it once they hear it.
Well, the one that I bought from you that I really like is the you have the Chente Barrera y Toconazo 20 years 20 años en vivo.
See, 20 años en
Eh,
vivo. Yeah, we did that in I think it was 2018. We did it at Far West here in San Antonio, Texas.
yeah,
We had invited a
and
bunch of our friends. That was our 20th anniversary. That's why it's
right.
called 20 años en vivo, because it was the 20 years. And we played live, and that day, and I think we had Marcos Orozco and Jaime Los Chamacos when they were still together, and then we had man, we had a bunch of bands out there. I think Raulito was out there, Hermanos Farias were out there. So anyway, we always try to throw a big party, man, when we're celebrating our anniversary. Just like this big party that we're having on Labor Day, man. It's really, really, there were so many bands we wanted to invite, so we had to put it in 3 days.
Yeah, and it's pretty awesome to hear the music. You go ahead and listen to the music and everything else. But the great thing about it was I was able to get it at your website. You don't have to go to iTunes. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can go to his website and all of his albums are there. And if you want to check out his website right there, that's the QR code. It'll take you to his website so that way you can go ahead and buy the albums there. All of his information is there. So he's got merch there as well. So you can go ahead and buy that there for Chente's website. It's
Yeah, like I said, I'm old school, man.
www.chentebarrera.com.
I'm an old school kind of guy. I just got rid of my MySpace page, and no, no, no,
we
but
we
for
had this
real. So
we had this conversation. Go
I
ahead, go ahead.
I asked a friend of mine. I said, hey man, before I updated my website, I said, is it still cool to have a website? I mean, I don't want to be too old. He goes, yeah, man. I mean, it's the way of the world. It's how people communicate with you. So I use that as I get a lot of my bookings through there. I sell a lot of my music, and all the every time we're playing, we try to keep up and let everybody know where we're going to be at. So the website has been a major tool in my business. So it's all good.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just so you know, the album that I bought, that 20 años en vivo, it actually has 28 tracks. I bought the whole album, so it's 28
All right.
tracks. But you
Yes.
can buy one track. You can buy a single
Yeah.
track, or you can buy the whole album. I buy the album because it's better. It's better for the artist, man. When I say I support the artist, I support the artist, and that's the way you do it, man. You know. But yeah, it's a real gem. And one of the things that we had this conversation, Chente likes to play a lot of the classic songs,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah, without a
but
doubt, man. I mean, a lot of times, I don't know, man. I mean, it's the musician in me, I guess, that I hear a song and I'm like, man, this song never got got its day in the sun. There's a lot of B-side songs and a lot of songs that was like
Mhm.
number 7 or number 8 on the record.
Right.
And they just people just won't pay attention to them, and I like to kind of revive them and bring them back and put my own little twist to it, and um, you know, so yeah, so we matter of fact, my most popular song on Spotify is actually the retro '80s medley that I did a while back, and that kind of freaked me out. But I get a lot of compliments. People say, man, we like the old school. We like the some of the old songs that I was able to record and bring back and whatnot. So I mean, we love doing it, and we're just glad that the people like it, and that's what keeps it going. So okay, you
Mhm.
know um,
Yeah.
we didn't do
And
a we didn't do a retro '80s medley on this one, but we have one. We started working on another one, which is part 3, and hopefully we'll release it sometime in the near future.
well, that's one of the things that I was saying is well, we when we were talking there in Las Vegas was that's why I have the should have been a bigger hit. It should have been a bigger hit because of the fact that it was a song that was like number 8 on the album, and it didn't get the airplay. And you know what? It was an awesome song, and it just
Yes.
because it didn't get a it didn't people didn't hear it. And here's Hilda to prove my point. We believe good music needs to be heard.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter if it was released last year, 10 years ago, or 2 years ago. Good music needs to be heard, and it's not up to us
Yes.
to determine what people hear. Let the people decide. It's up to them, not up to me. So that's it. Hey, Bumper Gomez says, Saludo. Chente is one of the greatest Tejano vocalists of all time. I agree with you, Bumper. Thank you so very much for sharing
Yes.
that. That is true.
Hey, Bumper.
Yeah. You know, I said this off camera to Chente there in Vegas, and I'll share it with y'all. Chente is one of the main reasons I fell in love with Tejano music, because for those of y'all that are fans of the show, y'all know that I listen. I'm not a natural. I didn't learn. I had to learn Spanish in college. I'm a Native American, so I didn't speak Spanish growing up. So I had to learn Spanish. But when I fell in love with Tejano music, it was the structure. It was the way music was put together, the complexity and the diversity of the music, the sound quality. And Tente was a big part of that because of the way he played drums. And he has a little says that he
Right on.
plays, and he's got this. I mean, he's very distinct in the way he plays. A little kind of it's like a little hiccup. It's a little in the lead on when he leads on with a little high, and then in a big roll, and it's just signature rolls. And that's what I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is brilliant. But I always hear music first. The vocals, I hear it, but it's always just sound. It's never. I don't know what they're saying. I have to translate it later. So I just hear music. That's all I hear.
Mhm.
But it was one of those awesome things that really is pretty awesome, man. I really do appreciate the fact that you've shared your love with so many different artists. You've been on so many different albums, and people don't even realize that you're the guy that's playing the keyboards. You're the guy that's playing the drums, or playing the bass, or whatever it
Yeah,
is you're playing. You're playing
I've
how
been
many
I've been
instruments?
real lucky, man. Real blessed more than anything to have recorded so many records with so many great people, producers, bands, artists. I mean, all of the above. I mean, it's been quite a ride here, man. And I'm not stopping anytime soon. I
Mhm.
don't plan on stopping anytime soon. And hopefully we'll have another 500 in the next 2 years or
Yeah,
3 years, whatever it is.
Bumper says over 500 songs he's been associated with. That is crazy. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. It is. It's crazy, and it's
Yeah.
just because it's your talent is just like I said, you're you're a phenom in a very
Mhm.
special way. And please don't take it as me trying to blow smoke up your ass. That's not what I'm trying to do. I
No,
I
it's all
I
good,
just
brother. I really
appreciate.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate the
Yeah,
kind words, and like I said, man, I just thank everybody who's supported me this far. I mean, when I was playing drums with other bands, and then of course when I made my own band, that was really the hardest decision that I made because when um, when I decided to make my own band, it was 1998, and it was like we had this new wave of Tejano coming in that later became Norteño Light. We had bands like
Yeah.
Michael Salgado, Bobby Pulido, Intocable, Limite. Those bands were coming in to the Tejano format, and it was weird because one day we would open up for David Lee or Jay or Ram, and the other day we would open up for Macizo or Ramon Ayala or bands like that. So it was kind of we got stuck in between. We were too Tejano for the norteños and two norteños for the Tejanos in a sense because when I did my first album, I did it with Capitol Records, and they wanted me to change my style. They wanted me to do more of a norteño feel, and I did it to appease the label, but that's just not who I was. That's
Mm.
not who I am. You know what I mean? I'm pro Tejano big time, and don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with norteño music or conjunto music or nothing like that. I do involve that in some of the songs that we play, but everybody knows that I'm pro Tejano, and everybody knows I'm the biggest Roberto Pulido fan out there too. So, that I mean, it shows in my music. I use the two saxes. I do a lot of stuff. He's been
You
very
actually have an
influential
album with him,
in
don't
my
you?
life. I'm sorry.
You have an album with him.
Yes, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
the one before this one we took out in 2022. It's called Para el Primo, and it's a bunch of songs, some of my favorite songs, and it's all Pulido, old school Pulido music. He actually gave me his blessing a while back. I said, "Look, I want to do a tribute to Pete." He said, "Cool." He says, "Yes, it's great, man." And he even sang a song with me on the record. So it's just
Wow.
a blessing, for me, and a dream come true as well because this guy's always been my hero, and he tells me now that he's slowing down a little bit. He's gonna retire sooner than later or whatnot. I mean, and I get it, man. Sometimes the road. I mean, he's paved the way for so many artists like myself, um, and I just wish him the best, whatever he does. And I
Mm.
told him, I said, man, you're gonna be like George Strait. You're gonna take some time off, and then you're gonna be like, you know what, I feel like playing, and you're gonna go play somewhere. But it's all good. It's all good. And,
Yeah,
one day,
I've asked him to be on the show, and he said yes, and then I told him how we were going to do it, and he's like, "I can't hear that well. I don't want to
yeah,
do it." That's all. Like,
yeah,
it's okay, bro. I'll make it. I'll make it to you one day. We'll just do it together, and stuff like that. He's a great
right on.
guy. He's a he's
Yeah,
a
so I
he's an
mean,
inspiration.
yes, big time. And he's very, very, like I said, influential in the music that I play and what I do and my sound and whatnot. So, it's a little combination of that, and of course of the years that I did with Jay Perez. I was with Jay Perez for 5.5 years only. I mean, it seems like I was there a lot more, but I mean, it's just that we did so much in so little time. We recorded
Mhm.
some great music. I mean, we traveled all over the place, all over the USA, and like I said, in that short time, because it was. Jay made a name for himself, of course, singing with Ed Breed and with David Lee Garza, and when he broke off on his own, everybody was kind of like, they were curious. So I think that in the beginning there was a big curious, the curious factor that okay, well, let's see what this guy's gonna sound like, and he was able to put together a powerful band, and I'm
An
I'm
all-star
I'm
band.
I'm just glad that I was part of that
Mhm.
because I made a name for myself being in that band. I was able to start writing songs, and people started noticing my drumming, and it was just a great time, and a great time for music for me, and like I said, I was able to build my name on while I was in Jay's band, and finally when I decided to do my own thing, he at first he was kind of like, well, what's going on, man, you're not happy. The reason I did it was because I just felt like it's now or never. You know what I mean?
Right.
I felt that, what, I'll never know is to have my own band. I'll never know, what it is because my dad was a singer. My dad was a singer. He used to sing with David Lee Garza back in the day before they were the Musicales. And, he was more of a local kind of guy. He sang around here in San Antonio area. And, unfortunately, he was killed in 84. I was 8 years old. And I always felt
Mm.
that, that, man, I always felt I needed to finish what he started. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I mean, being so, growing up in a household full of music, there was always music playing, and so that's why it was kind of hard to make an identity for me because I mean, I wanted to be Steve Jordan, I wanted to be Little Joey La Familia, I wanted to be George Strait, I wanted to be all these, and so how do you put all that, in one? It's just como un caldo, right? So, and why do I say caldo? Because I'm hungry. Anyway, but I'm just saying, so to develop a style, because it's like, it's just hard to explain because, there's so many influences, and I mean, there's so many bands that I listened to when I was a kid and growing up, and finally when I was able to make my own group, I'm like, look, I want to do it like this. I want to put all these influences, all these the stuff that I've learned. I want to put it all in together. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to play this, we're going to play that. That's why you got the oldies, all the '80s songs, and what on my second CD actually, um, I recorded music, some originals, and it was one song left that we needed to do, and the song that we used to play live, well, we still play it. It's called Copa Tras Copa. It's an old Roberto Pulido song. Ando borracho, malo, bueno, es que no cae. We do that because the people liked it. It was a crowd pleaser. So one of the guys in the band said, "You know what? Let's just do that one, and we'll make it a filler." It was song number 9 on the album. Well, that ended up being one of my staple songs. That ended up being because I sent the CD to all the program directors, and they said, "You know what, Chente? We like the CD, but we really like this song." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's a remake. That's a Roberto Pulido remake." They said, "Yeah, but we like the way you did it. Your style." So, it is what it is. So, and that became, my first hit. Really, put me on the map. And so, I have to thank Roberto Pulido for that. Because it was one of his old songs. So, and then the years go by, and here we are. Like I said, 25 years later, man, and we've accomplished a lot of things, winning some awards. We won a Grammy in 2007, and what can I say, man? I'm just happy to be here and happy to play music, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the new album or the new CD, 25th anniversary.
Well, I'm sure they will, and I can still hear all of your music. I can hear you're touching all the different instruments and how the drum rolls are, how the intros are. Your intros are always signature. They're always structured a certain way. It's hard to put them in words, but you have a very signature style, and you always have a way to intro a song, and then you have a lead in on your pre-chorus, and then on your outros, it's always you always have something there. It's always wonderful to hear your music. Yeah. Real quick, Vivian Chavez says she's listening in from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Go, Chente, right. Go. There you go. It's Tejano time from Dallas, Texas. Hey, Chente, it was great seeing you and you performing at Vegas Tejano in the after party. Your upcoming concert with that lineup looks amazing. So
right, thank you so much.
There you go. And you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and take a break? We'll go ahead and listen to that song that Chente was talking about, Copa Tras Copa, and I actually have a video for it. So this is Copa Tras Copa with Chente Barrera. That is the Chente Barrera, the one and only El de Lamas, and me, I'm Indio. And it goes like this. This is Qvo Radio.
Ando borracho, más lo bueno que no caigo, pues me sostiene la fuerza de mi orgullo. Y que dijiste este día lo traigo herido, nunca en la vida tus ojos lo verás. Copa tras copa, botella tras botella, conforme todo me voy reconfortando. Que es muy linda, más conmigo eso no vale. Nadie en el mundo a mí me hará caer. Cuando en las noches te decía que te quería, y eran mentiras, nomás te fui tanteando. Soy golondrina que despacio voy cruzando, nunca en la vida en jaula me verás. Copa tras copa, botella tras botella, conforme todo me voy reconfortando. Ya me despido de tu amor, me voy cantando, tus lindos ojos no me verán caer. noches te decía que te quería. Eran mentiras, nomás te fui tanteando. Soy golondrina que despacio voy cruzando. Nunca en la vida en jaula me verás. Copa tras copa, botella tras botella. Conforme todo me voy reconfortando. Ya me despido de tu amor, me voy cantando. Tus lindos ojos no me verán caer.
That's what I'm talking about. Awesome song, brother. Awesome song, man.
Uh-huh.
That was back in the day. So, what do you have coming up next, Chente? What's next for you outside of the show coming up in Labor Day?
We actually have some shows coming up. Have a couple of privates, and then actually, man, we're actually doing some practice sessions because we have a special show that we're going to be doing on Labor Day. So we're getting ready for that. You know, that's basically what's going on. You know, we got it, like I said, a couple of privates leading up to the big show on Labor Day weekend, and we just want to invite everybody to come on out and join us. It's our 25th anniversary, and what can I say, man? I'm just I'm happy to be here, and I'm hoping to see everybody out there.
Definitely. Bobby Castañeda from California says, Chente, I've always appreciated your great talent. You are blessed, brother.
Oh.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, and it's pretty awesome, bro, man. I can't wait to see, how that whole thing turns out. I know it's going to be an awesome show. There, let me go ahead and pull it up real quick so that way people can take a look at it. For those of y'all that got here late, it is the Tejano Superfest Labor Day Bash, celebrating the 25th anniversary of Chente Barrera y Tocanazo. Scheduled to perform David Ligarci, Los Musicales, Jay Perez, Gary Hobbs, Elida Iovante, Marcos Orozco, Ram Herrera, Roberto Polido, Jaime de Anda, David Farias y Tropa F, Ricky Naranjo y Los Gamblers, Ruben Ramos, La 45, Desperados, Raulito Navaira, Los Garcia Brothers, Mike and the Iconics, Eddie Garcia, Oscar G, Pio Trevino, Destiny y Rigo Navaira, Hugo Guerrero, Los Conjunto Cats, Lázaro Pérez y su conjunto, Johnny Martinez, El Dorado Band, Leo y Tentación, Willie the Kid Cantú, and Starlight, and much more. August 31st, 31st, and September the 1st, there at Cattleman Square, 700 West Commerce Street in San Antonio. You can see I'll put up the QR code here in a bit, but also you can call 210-394-8252 or get your tickets at Tejano-Superfest.com, Tejano-Superfest.com. Don't forget the dash or it won't take you there. But yeah, it's going to be a great show, great lineup and everything else. And by the way, if we don't see you then, happy birthday, bro, man.
Yes.
You're going to be what, 20 years old or something like that, bro?
Thank you. 28.
28. And what day does that fall on? In August or September?
It's August 31st. I'll be
right in the middle.
I'll be 40 something.
40 something.
Saturday night. But
I'll be 30 again.
It's getting a little dark over here, man. So I just want to send a shout out to everybody.
Yeah, let me go ahead
online. Thank you so much for tuning in. And
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, why don't you? I'll go ahead and leave you go. Say your thank yous and your shout outs and everything else. Just you. We'll go ahead and drop out, and it'll just be you, bro. Go ahead.
Of course, un saludo para todos que nos vieron aquí por aquí. I want to thank DJ NDO, of course, también Hilda Llamas out there. Thank you so much, guys, for having me, and we'll see you guys next time. We hope to see you at the Tejano Superfest, the biggest show coming on in South Texas, and it's on Labor Day weekend. Don't forget to check us out online at Tejano-Superfest.com, and of course, it's 210-394-8252. 394-8252, 210-394-8252. And of course, you can also get tickets on eventmania.com. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you, and have a good night.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Chente Barrera. Thank you so very much, Chente. You can go
Yes,
ahead and
thank
sign off if you
you.
need to, bro, because I know it's getting real late over there. I really do appreciate you, bro. We'll get you back on the show when you got more time so that we can talk and do a better interview. Give you the true interview that you deserve, bro. I appreciate you though, and be careful when you're driving, man. don't don't drive and do the interview. So anyway, there you have it, Chente Barrera, man. That was pretty cool that he was able to log in. I wish he wasn't driving though. That was kind of.
I don't think he was driving. I think somebody else was driving him.
Well, yeah, it looked like he was in a back seat, but even still, he was coming back from Houston, I'm sure. So, that was a tough drive, and he's always busy. He's a busy guy. But I really do hope that y'all guys enjoyed the show, and if y'all guys want to know some more information, that's there, of course. And Vivian, God bless you, Chente. I will go ahead and pass that on. He's already logged off. I'm sorry, Vivian. I wasn't able to pass that on for you, but I will be able to pass that on here. I'll text him here in a bit and let him know. And yeah, so that's pretty exciting. There's a lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on. Very, very, very exciting. So you say you've got the national anthem that you're going to be doing tomorrow with the Border Patrol, and then you have the night out. So those are both
Yes.
good things. And you know what? Just to be clear, I wasn't in any way trying to be disparaging toward the people that help out at the school district. I do appreciate all people that work in the school in the educational industry because of the fact that it is vital that we help our children. It's just that it's easier to just name one group as opposed to name the whole you know school district. But it is very, very true. It is a village. That is the village that we talk about because it is a
Yeah.
well-oiled machine, and it's a lot of people that are involved. And sometimes people do forget that
Yeah.
they don't just show up and it's automatically done. No, there's a lot that goes on to it, right down
There's a
from the
lot
handyman.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, from the handyman to the person that answers the phone call to the uh, the people that help the kids walk across the street to get on the bus, make sure that they get on the right bus. That's important. Can you imagine
Well,
how traumatizing that is?
and I'll be honest though, a lot of these other staff members, right? We'll call them other staff members, wear so many different hats.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I just, to me, it's just important that we keep them in mind too as we go into this new school year. Because times are changing, times are rough, and there's a lot of different situations that I know when I went to school, we didn't have to deal with that kind of stuff, right? But it's just the world that we live in today is rapidly changing, and sometimes it's for the better, and a lot of times it's not, right? So we just all have to, pitch in and do our part, and so I just feel it's important that we give those shout outs to everyone involved because it truly is a labor of love, and it really does take a village. It's a big old team.
Most definitely, and that is true. We fall into a rut, and sometimes we forget that. And I admit that. That's why I said it's not a disparaging remark at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so
I just feel, from my perspective, it's just important we remember those people.
well, obviously you have a different perspective because you're part of those different people. That's why, and that's
yes
a
and
good thing.
no.
Well, that's a good thing, though. That is a very good thing because sometimes we don't realize it, and it needs to be brought up, of course, because it's a voice that needs to be heard. It's
Yes.
definitely a voice that needs to be heard, and we should listen.
Mhm.
I've said that plenty of times. Sometimes we're afraid of silence,
Yeah.
but we need to learn to listen.
Mhm.
I mean, if all we do is fill our world with noise, if we don't have silence, how can we listen to God?
True. Very true.
So, with that being said, guys, thank you so very much. Let me read the last of these. Alfredo says, "Thank you, Lawrence, for all that you do for the artist." I don't do well.
Aww.
I'm just here. Thank you. God bless Vivian. Thank you so very
Thank you,
much.
Vivian.
Alfredo says, "My wife worked for 26 years for the school district. She and now retired with me." Well, y'all
Ooh,
guys
living the good life.
living the good life, and thank you so very much for your contribution, because
Yes.
that is you made it possible for all those children to
Mm-hmm.
move forward. That's the very like I said, everybody has that favorite teacher, that favorite janitor, the favorite cafeteria lady. Everybody. I'll share one with you. I had my favorite cafeteria lady. She was in Seminole, Florida, and she would give me the leftover peanut butter and jelly sandwiches after snack when I was in the third grade, and it
Aww.
was really awesome. Of course, I I lied to her and told her I had 12 brothers and sisters, because I didn't. But
Wow. I
I
guess that
know.
peanut butter and jelly was really good.
So good, so good. Nothing like a
Dang.
school peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it had been sitting there and all the jelly and peanut butter just kind of melded together. It was just perfect.
Ew.
It was so good, so good, so
Yeah,
good. Until
no.
they came to the house with like clothes and stuff for my brothers and sisters that did not exist. Yeah.
Your poor parents.
No. Poor Lawrence.
No. No.
It was just no. She was just kind. She was a kind lady. She would give me extra sandwiches. That's all. But you know, I say that because it's part of my joke where I sit there. I say my brother would pick on me all the time until I got a little older, a little wiser, little sister, and then I would pick on her. But anyway, no, and
Yep.
she was a sweetheart. She's just a really sweet lady, and
Yeah.
it's she was older, and so she had trouble lifting the trays, and so I would carry the trays for her.
Aww.
And so because I would carry the trays for her and put them in the and put them in, this is third grade. I would carry the trays and put them inside those things to put them inside the washer, the little plastic racks, and I put them inside the washer. She would give me the sandwiches for it was like
So
payment.
child labor.
It was a child labor. Wow, we just went way off on that one, didn't we?
I mean, you were doing a job and you got paid. It may not have been in money, but you got paid.
So anyway, but yeah, thank you so very much to each and every one of y'all for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you to Chente Barrera for showing up and sharing his information with us.
Yes.
Thank you once again, Hilda, for showing up and sharing your information. That's really awesome
Aw,
that you're
thank
doing
you.
it. And thank you for doing our national anthem and not being drunk when you do it.
I tried really hard to stay sober. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, so for people
I
who
was hoping you
don't
would say
know,
something.
like, okay, so the national anthem or the Star Spangled Banner is my absolute favorite song to sing. Not my absolute favorite song, just my absolute favorite song to sing, right?
Because it's
And
challenging.
well, not just because it's challenging, but because of the meaning behind it. Like if you listen and pay attention to the words of the song, it tells you a story, and it's not just a make-believe story. The story actually happened,
Oh yeah.
right?
Well, did you know that
So
the original Star Spangled Banner actually had it was prejudicial. It actually had it was written during the Civil War, and it actually had the verse that's not sung is the verse that talks about slavery and how slaves they need to be put underfoot.
well, there's like 5 different verses to the
Well,
Star
the
Spangled
original.
Banner.
I'm talking about the original version. The original song. That's the way it was. I don't ask me why I know that because I do.
I don't know why you know that. But anyway,
You know I do. You know I do
the
because and
important
you're welcome
part
to look
of
it
the
up.
song has stayed, right? And so when you really take it for what it is, right? And you look at everything that's going on in the world,
Oh,
and it puts everything into perspective, right? And so I started singing the national anthem when I was like 14. And I started at sporting events at my high school. It was the baseball team, and I wanted to sing the national anthem, and they wanted an anthem singer. And I said, me. And so I did it. And so I just kind of kept going. And it's something that I've always just taken a lot of pride in doing. And it's such an honor to be chosen to do that, because really, when you think about it and you're performing any other song, you don't really have everybody's attention.
oh no.
But
That is
when you
very, very true.
sing the national anthem, you have approximately 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on how long you want to stretch it out, of everybody's undivided attention.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Right? And so not every singer gets that honor. And so for me to have that honor, God, I've probably sang this at over maybe 300 different events over the course of my career. And it never gets tiring for me. It never gets old for me. I have been labeled as the national anthem singer.
She's the girl. Get her. She's the girl.
Yeah, like it's interesting. And Rick and I have had these discussions before, because a lot of people just think all I do is sing the national anthem. They don't know that I have like all of this other bodies of music, right?
What about your blues? What about your country music? What about your Tejano music?
Exactly.
It's
And
like,
so Rick sometimes is like, hey, they're just kind of putting you in a box, right? But for me,
oh,
if that's the box that I'm supposed to be in, then so be it. What a better honor than to be able to honor this lovely country. It's not perfect. It's got all of its flaws. But at the end of the day, look at all the freedoms that we do have, and all of the brave men and women who fought so hard, including yourself, Lawrence, to give us the freedoms that we have. And I know, like I said, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than a lot of the other situations we could be in now, right?
definitely.
So that's how I see that.
Thank you, Vivian. She says you are so loved into you. I appreciate you. And
Aw.
did you know this? Did you know that we are the only country that sings the national anthem at sporting events and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Now, other countries don't do that. Kind of weird. I mean, it's I
Weird for us or weird for them?
for me it was weird because when I was in the military, I was attached to like the Australians, I was attached to the British, I was attached to the Saudis, I was attached to all these different countries, and they were like, "Why do you do that?" Why do I not? Why do you not do that? So it's just kind of weird, but it's differences,
Yeah.
And from I was a young kid, so what did I know? I didn't, I was just doing a job and stuff. But for them, it's kind of weird too, because most of the people that I was attached to, most of the units that I was attached to doing our thing, I was 18 years old. They were like 30 and 40 years old. They were grown men. The reason, and this is not political. This is just an observation, just so that way people better understand it.
Mhm.
The reason that Russia is having such a hard time with Ukraine is because Russia's army, they're conscripts, and Ukraine is not. And what a conscript is a person who is mandated to be part of the army. They're told you have to be part of it. We are a volunteer army. That's what makes the difference. If you're fighting because you're a volunteer, you're doing it out of patriotism. It's a different animal as opposed to somebody who is told you have to fight. That's why when we did Iraqi freedom, it was 100 hours, total decimation, and the Iraqi Republican Guard, they were a seasoned army of 1 million men, but they were forced to be there.
Yeah.
There was no freedom there. And so that's just an observation, just sharing some information. But going back to the national anthem, in this time where we should be good patriots and understand that we're all part of this world together. We are all part of
Yeah.
this together. So we should treat each other awesome and everything else. Hey, Michelle. She says, "Que
Hey,
pasa?
Michelle.
How are you doing?" What an awesome person. Michelle is an awesome person. Just to a reminder that she just reminded me that Madison Pulido is going to be having a show in Houston at, at the, she's doing like a tribute to Dolly Parton and Gillies and Mickey Gilly. And it's just, man, you need to see the show. You need to be the show. You need to see the show. Learning and listening in. There you go. Hopefully. So, guys, thank you so very much, man. I really do appreciate you. And aside from that, do you have anything else, Hilda, that you want to share?
No, just stay tuned to all of my socials at Hilda Lamas Official or Hilda Lamas. And there's lots of exciting things happening. So yeah, just stay tuned. I can't wait to share it with everybody. There's just so much, and it's a really beautiful time in my career, in my life, and I want to share it with the world. It's so much fun.
And I know that the voting is already over and everything else, and I don't care if I win or not.
Yes, you do.
But no, I don't. But I do want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all that did take the time to vote for me. I really do appreciate that. That means more to me than anything else, because that means that you'll pay attention and then y'all like my content, and that really does mean a lot to me. I don't need an award for that, but I really do appreciate you guys thinking of me, and I'm humbled by that. I don't deserve the accolade, but thank you so very much, and I will be there because I promised I would be there. That is, I try to be as straightforward and as honest as possible. But yeah, thank you so very much. So, and I'm not trying to diminish the award, but no, I do appreciate it. I really do. And Michelle says, "Love it. I love history and everything that goes with it." Respectfully, thank you. Yes, man. I'll go get you if you need me. Thank you, Michelle. So be sure to go and check out and support Tejano music. You go out there, you go to their shows, you buy their merch. That's how you do it. Go to their shows, buy their merch, and support it. So thank you so very much to each and every one of you that were here, that enjoyed the show. I really do appreciate it. If today was not your day, if you did not have a good day today, just remember, every day planes take off against the wind. You matter. You are loved. And with that, I will see you next time. This coming Thursday, I believe we have Kiana, and she just released a new song. She's with Shelly Lattice's young lady out of New Mexico. Man, is she a spitfire? And that's a really, really tough song. I mean, it's emotional, tough kind of. I learned the lyrics, and I was like, whoa. It's a heavy song, but it's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
So, we'll see you on Thursday, guys. And thank you so very much. Don't forget, for more information and everything else on Hilda, go check out her socials. We'll see y'all next time. Hasta luego. Hilda, thank you so very much, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
God bless each and every one of you guys. We'll see y'all later. We're going to leave you with the 80s melody that Chente was talking about. That's the 80s melody that they play live. And that's, and by the way, go to his show, man. I mean, go. It's going to be an awesome show. I guarantee it. Here you go.
Si el amor no te interesa, solo piensas en riquezas, ya me voy. Si no quieres mi cariño, pues persigue tu destino, ya me voy. Pero voy cerrando puertas pero voy cerrando puertas para no volver jamás. Pero voy cerrando puertas para no volver. Pero voy cerrando puertas para no volver jamás. Dices que no, que a mí no puedes tú querer, que tu amigo no más seré, que me olvide yo de ti. Dices que no lo puedes olvidar, que no lo puedo reemplazar, que siempre será así. No digas que no, tú me vas a querer. No digas que no, tú vas a ser mi mujer. No digas que no, tú me vas a querer. No digas que no, oh, oh, oh. No digas que no. Mira cómo ríe, mira cómo anda, cómo se mueve cuando baila. Se ve bonita al caminar, se ve bonita al despertar. Sabe que me gusta, sabe que la quiero, no escucha nunca mis palabras. Ella responde con su adiós cuando le hablo de mi amor. Mañana, siempre pienso que mañana, y mañana sin igual. Ella nunca cambiará. Mañana, siempre pienso que mañana, pero sé que no es verdad. Son palabras nada más. Quiero ser tu amigo, más que amor o nada. Quiero seguir mi propio rumbo, mi propio destino, un nuevo camino. Quiero enseñar a todo el mundo que aún yo soy macho, porque tú me hiciste llorar, ahora ni hablar. Basta ya de ti, porque tú me hiciste llorar. hablar, basta ya de ti. Y ahora basta de tu amor, basta de tu amor.